first opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. Off we go from Green Bay. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Pete Werner there to make the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. 52, boom.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my high.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out. They face 3rd and a yard.
Ready.
Love to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Love. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
10, black. Trouble, 38. Ready?
They'll run with Jacobs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Set, ready. Black, 95. Hut, hut.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready. Yellow, 22. Drill green. Needle blue. Set, go.
From the gun, it's Love. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a third down.
3 yards to go.
52 blaster. Down, set.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. 0-0 is the score. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
Ready, cut.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he'll take this one in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. First time, this is Alvin Kamara. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and
9. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, New Orleans.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Okay, ready? They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion is Hill. On play action, it's Shuck. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 31 yards. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Slot man in motion right. Now Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this. Second and 10. They'll motion the slot man right. Off the play fake. Here's Shuck. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal.
First and goal, New Orleans.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The extra point is good, and the Saints come right back to tie it at 7. Team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Set, ready, ready.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Kool-Aid McKinstry up to make the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Let's go now. Cut.
To throw is Love. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and 7.
Down and 7.
Set, cut.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48.
And the ability to continue to sustain these drives and maintain possession, these 3rd downs are so critical, Mike, because every time an offensive play caller gets a fresh set of downs to work with, there's just more opportunities to continue to try to strike deep and go to score.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. Second and inches.
Come on, set. Black 40. Hut.
Back to throw is Love. Moving outside the pocket. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
Taysom Hill working free downfield. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. A big play at a critical juncture in this game. Pickup of 46 yards.
Viking 18, set. Viking 18.
On first down, Shuck. The right side to Olave. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Set to go now on first and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. And he's into the end zone. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
No problem there on the extra point. Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. He's going to like not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
Yellow. Here we go. Set. Ready.
Love to throw it on first down. He'll take a shot for Watson. He gets free. And he will score. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
So now this to get him back to even heading into the break. He gets it to go, and the Packers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. On the return is Trey Palmer. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, yeah. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here is Shuck on first and 10. They'll try to hit him with a screen. This one could be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. Oh, falling away, what a throw. He drops it in there.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Third down, and here is Shuck. Quick throw out wide, it is complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
In motion is Hill. They'll go play action here with Chuck. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he will go all the way. Taysom Hill, touchdown Saints. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Set, cut.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. From the 20, here's second down and 6.
It's now second and 6.
That's to Kraft, the tight end downfield. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Packers.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Set.
Now, Jacobs. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Ryan Brzee there for the tackle.
At the 38-yard line. A gain of 2.
On the double.
From the 38 now, here comes second and 8.
Let's go. Ready.
He'll run the toss to Jacobs. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. Chuck looking to throw on first down. He's into space, past the 15. And he'll be brought down up around the 18-yard line.
That's good for the Saints. First down. It's a gain of 10. And the Saints first down.
On first and 10, here's Chuck. And he's going to be taken down. They get him for the sack at the end of this third quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In motion is Hill. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing is Chuck. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play. On second down, it's Shough. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Brings up third and 9.
Throwing again, Shough. To the outside, that's caught by Hill. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On the handoff, it's Kamara. And the Saints are going to be set up first and goal. Strong running brings them to the 9. They'll run here with Kamara. And he will score again. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now a flip to the kicker. It's a fake. This will be caught. And he's going to take this into the end zone. I wasn't sure we'd ever see a fake extra point again. But this one works. So instead of 1, they get 2. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
From the 28-yard line.
Got it.
Here is first and 10.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. On the move left. And he can't hang on. Through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Christian Watson, the intended receiver.
Christian Watson.
Third down coming up.
He was defended by Julian Blackmon.
Come on. Set. 50. Green. Ready.
We'll go play action with Love. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Ready.
They'll go for it. Love. He'll let this one rip. Looking for Watson. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Well, Mike, whatever message this coaching staff had at halftime, it clearly worked. They came out fast to start this second half. Big-time play downfield. Now, can they build on some of this momentum here as they start the third quarter?
Big play coming up for the Pack as they're going to go for 2.
Down.
Out of the shotgun. It's Love. And he will score. So the risk pays off. That new mat looks good when it works. The 2-pointer cuts the lead to 7.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Past midfield. Look at him go. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
36, Packers 22.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Okay, great.
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hut.
From the gun, it's Love. He'll take a shot for Watson. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Alontae Taylor on the coverage.
Now Love. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That is brought in. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
McManus on for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers will cut the deficit to 7.
36, Packers 29. Brendan McManus.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Palmer now to return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's Shuck. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the 4th. In motion is Hill. On play action, it's Shuck. And that is incomplete.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he will get the 1st down. They took a chance, but they convert on 4th and 3.
First down.
On the give, this is Kamara. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter.
6-yard pickup.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Another run here with Kamara. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
The sun is up, so wet it down, get your money up. I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with issues.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Green Bay Packers. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Love going to throw right away. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first.
Only a yard.
Love to throw for it on 4th. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And now Love going to change things up.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
2nd and inches at the Packers' 41-yard line.
Now Darnold. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Okay.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they'll get him down past the 15, just shy of the 20. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Smash. Red 38. Green Jack. Ready?
Here's Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point.
Blaster. Ready? Blaster 50. Green. Set.
Love now. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Packers nothing. Jason Myers kicking off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Love looking to throw it. That's taken in by Kraft. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On the ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Strikers. 3, set, punt. Check pink. Yes, ready.
A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 and the 19. Now 2nd and 5.
On the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Here comes 3rd down at 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing. Love. And this one is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Seahawks take over a 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Darnold. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And some room to work. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. The shotgun snap for Darnold. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's another Seahawks 1st down.
Throwing again is Darnold. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Down, ready.
Glove. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 56 yards. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
21-yard line. A gain of 2.
To throw now. Here's Love. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
50 Fury.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Fight 60. Set. Hut, hut.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
Love from the gun on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's ready.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jordan Love scoring on a 2-yard keeper. And the Packers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Not no good. He missed it. Missed the PAT. And this will remain a 5-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The kickoff back 85 yards. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Myers connects on the PAT. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Trouble 38. Ready, ready. Red 38. Hey, hey, blue. White. Set.
To throw again on second down. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Taken in at the 11. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Off of play action, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Ready?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine me.
Touchdown, Packers! Tucker Kraft in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A final shot before the break. Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. To throw is Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Darnold now to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. From the 50, it's Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Down the left sideline. And finally brought down at the 38. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Clock, 10. strikers. 3. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready?
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jacobs. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Jacobs going to try the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 16. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
52 blaster. Down. Set.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Set. Ready. Red. 38. Hut.
Looking to throw. Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Ready?
Working out of the gun. Love. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Christian Watson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotting up at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Darnold. He completes this to Walker. Oh, good move. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Down.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. Ready?
Here's Love. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Ready.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Blue check. Blue 32. Hut.
There's a handoff to Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
45. White. Ready.
Now Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
On the double.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Yellow.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
This is fielded at the 7. Close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
Take that pain, pass it down like bottles on the wall. Mama said her dad's to blame, but that's his daddy's fault. Oh. there's no one left to call. You stay up counting down the days till you make your escape, but you're afraid you can outrun what's running through your veins. Oh, you're carrying
The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. And we're underway at legendary Lambeau Field. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Ready.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
Good tackle by Jordan Davis. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Ready, break. Set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. They'll try to run for it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Wow, is he dangerous when he calls his own number. A pickup of 18 yards and a 1st down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Running is Jacobs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9.
Set.
On play action, Love. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield, and what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
On comes the Packers punting team. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. Oh, not a good punt there. This is a duck. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
A first down throw for Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump. He's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Pick as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt.
For the Eagles.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchdown.
Ready up.
They go three tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Ready.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. They're looking at a second down and 9 to go.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and it brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Punt.
To throw is Love. That complete to Jacobs. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here. You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts, but the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Ready, break.
Third, they need 8.
Opposite, green. Set, go.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on fourth down, Mike, based on what they do on third down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that fourth down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
Set, ready. 60 red. 60 red. Ready?
They'll go for it. Love. Open is cracked. He's got it. And he's in. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Green Bay.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession two. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
On first down, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. So, first and 10 here now at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw is Hurts. He finds Devontae Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
At the 46-yard line. 2 yards.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Second and 8.
Hurts now. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
First and 10. Now Hurts. To the outside. He's got Smith. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here comes second and 4. Throwing is Hurts. Left side, it's caught by Brown. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down. Saquon. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. A little closer. Here's second and goal. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will level things out at 7 apiece. So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side. Here for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw is Love. Flush to his right. He'll let this one rip. Looking for Watson. And a critical tackle there. They're getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
On first down, it's Hurts. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts. This one into the hands of Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Hurts and Brown connect. And it's a first down for Philly.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Philadelphia.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down. Again, Hurts. This one brought in by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
He'll drop this one down to the fullback. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. 2nd and 5.
At the 11-yard line.
Don't touch that. Hey, easy. 63, back. Don't touch.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
10-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Don't touch that. Don't touch.
And it's caught down wide on the RPO. And he's got the 1st down. A great job looking at it, gauging where the marker is, and getting there to set up 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st down goal at the 5-yard line.
Great. Don't touch.
On play action, here's Hurts. Forced out wide. Good blocking, and he's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Here we go on the return from the 1. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Throwing is Love. He'll take a shot for Watson. That is hot. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 78 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Bigsby to return it. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 34-yard line.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Brought in by the tight end Dallas guys. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Just his 1st catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
Get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
save a timeout.
And the Eagle first down.
Phil King.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now Barkley. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
Good, set.
That's right side. He's got count to terror.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Here comes Barkley. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Brings up second and 9.
No touch it.
A run with Barkley. And he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try. They'll run with Barkley, and this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Hey, check mega.
Here we go. One final play. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson.